Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Happy Tuesday. We'll start with Hang Seng Index China, which is dumping right now. It came down from top to the bottom almost. Let's see, from top to the bottom, almost 11.5%. And then we'll review cycle analysis on SPX. We'll review crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We'll review Nasdaq, and at the end we'll review a few commodities. Please hit the like button, guys. Only takes 1 second to hit the like. I really appreciate that. All right, so Chinese stock, Chinese index dumped this morning for 11.5%, and that was due. One of the reasons there was a news conference last night and something to do with stimulus not being implemented right away. So now it's dumping. So that's what's going on, guys. And you can see there was a gap. I just moved it up because it gapped down. So we're going to take top gaps on, we'll mark top gap as yellow. Bottom gaps, you can see gap up here, gap up here. This first gap is filled, second gap is filled. So you can see how you can predict these gaps will eventually fill. Now, third gap is here, which will also fill at some point, which is around 20,300. And then you can see there are more gaps. Okay, there's a gap around 18. There's a gap around 18,222. I think most likely these gaps will fill. We'll see. So I think this is going to be a dump. So if I go to daily chart, I think most likely how it's going to play out is this is going to get a rally. So this is like a change of this is a blow off top, right? Up. So we're gonna go down, maybe lower high, and then keep going lower. All right. So I think usually blow off top uh, goes goes down like that, but we'll see if exactly this thing plays out or not. Okay, so yeah, so now all the Chinese stocks are down. You can see Alibaba, Baidu, all of these are down. You can see Alibaba down almost 7%. Again, Alibaba has all these green gaps to fill. Baidu, you can see all these green gap, massive gaps ups. These will be filled. Alibaba is gonna come fill this 95 gap, this gap at 104, this gap at 90, and then this final gap at 84, I think. Because these are huge gaps. Huge gaps do not just stay open for a long time. All right, so be careful if you're in Chinese sector. Just wanted to share that with you. All right, so now let's go back to our cycle analysis. Before that, let's go back to our indicator to see the zones. You can see China is now in the buy zone for a short, very quick trade. By the way, guys, if you want to know more about this indicator, click the join button in the description of this video, and I share these levels. Any indexes, any indices, or any stock market you want me to you want levels, I will give you if you join my channel. And here you go. You can see we were in the sell zone. You can see sell zone. Nice time to short here. Touch perfectly here, Chinese market, and then dumped. All right. So you can see from the top to the bottom, nice dump here. 11.3%, and now we're in the buy zone. You don't want to be dumping here. The time to dump is gone. Same thing here on all major indices like S&P 500. You can see dump from sell zone to the buy zone. You can see here 1.46% dump. Nasdaq, you can see same thing, dump from sell zone to buy zone, 1.83%. Dow Jones, same situation, 1.28% dump. And then Russell 2000 also same thing, from sell zone to the buy zone, dump here as well. Even Bitcoin, you can see here massive moves on Bitcoin to the buy zone, sell zone to the buy zone, 3.8% dump. And even on Ethereum, same thing here. You can see how easy it is to figure this out. All right, so we are done with that. So let's go back to our cycle analysis. Let's go back here, and this is SPX. Let me just quickly save this chart before it goes away. Here you go. So cycle analysis, what is this selling? We are in this declining phase. All right, so yesterday we got a nice dump, and now we are holding support at this 20 moving average. Okay, this white line. Now, we ideal cycle low is 15th of October, but we could go a couple of days early to a couple of days later. So this is just an estimate, doesn't really mean it needs to happen right away. You can see here, we cycle low was September. We load cycle low happened a couple of days earlier. All right, and here you can see cycle low was here. It happened few weeks later, a few days later. All right, so um, we are going to bottom soon. All right, so it can be. It's what I'm trying to say is it could don't. if you get a dip, look to buy. All right. So we are looking for a bottom and then a rally. All right. So that bottom can happen anytime now. This is a cycle window. It can happen few days early, few days late, but ideal case is next Tuesday. But we are now in this Tuesday, so a week away from ideal case. This is the way you gotta be looking to buy the dip. All right. So because now looks like we're gonna have this consolidation and then eventually pump. Now we do can get this 4 days of selling, but that looks very unlikely. But we'll see if we get that. Especially now futures are up. You can see everything is green. So I don't think we're gonna get selling, but who knows? Uh, I think we're gonna get this idle case of this this flag here, and then boom, all right, go higher. So I think that's what I'm looking for. So wanted to share that, and then live market here, S&P 500. You can see um, here's S&P 500 live market. We are finding support on this 20 moving average and now bouncing. We really want to close above this green line, which is 10 moving average. Really want to close above that to find some strength. Last time we closed, you can see how much rally we get. Every time we close above this, we get rallies. So really want to see if bulls can regain that control, and we will see. All right, so day trading chart, we are in the neutral zone. All right, so we came to here. I released a short video. You don't want to be shorting here. We're already up 0.38%. We could go all the way down to this 5800 area, and that's the area to short. Nasdaq. All right, so Nasdaq, same thing here. We could go all the way up to 2200. Again, this is not area to short, which I told you yesterday. Now we're rallying in the neutral zone. Nothing to do here. Wait for it to go to red zone to short or green zone to buy. All right. Even Nasdaq here is also sitting on support, 20 moving average, looking for a bounce here. I think it's pretty much same with all indices. Every indices is finding support on its 20 moving average, looking for a bounce. This is Dow Jones and this is Russell 2000. Same thing here. Okay, finding support on its 20 moving average. All right, let's move to crypto. Bitcoin is again bouncing from the buy zone right now. Let me zoom in a bit. You can see what's going on here. Green line is still below red line. I want to see if this crossover happens to be bullish again. It got rejected yesterday. Massive tried to break out of this 200 SMA blue line, got rejected right away. So that blue line is right now 63523. It really wants to close above that to be bullish again. Okay, so this 200 is acting as a major resistance right now. Let's see if it can close above that. One good thing is still change in trend, still higher highs, high lows, so it can still bounce. And if it can break 67.7979, that's going to be a massive bounce to a new all-time high. On Ethereum, same thing here, still higher highs, high lows, got rejected on this white line, which is 20 moving average, a bit weaker than Bitcoin. Ethereum has many gaps to fill to the top side. All these yellow gaps are to the fill top side, but it really needs Bitcoin to pump in order to help Ethereum to fill that gap. We'll see what happens, but again, even on Ethereum, green line is below red line. I want to see crossover green line above red line, and we'll see what when that happens. That's going to be the time you want to be bullish again. All right, apart from that, let's look at commodities. Gold. Gold is going higher on divergence. Let it cool down. I want it to cool down. Not interested in buying gold or silver here. Copper is also holding support on this 20 moving average. Let me show you the levels on gold. Give me a second. So here you go. Gold is bouncing from the buy zone. Silver is in the buy zone. Copper is in the buy zone. So you can expect a little bit of bounce since it's in the buy zone. But it's also finding support on this 20 moving average. Crude oil is down slightly after massive moves last couple of days, and it's right now in the neutral zone. Change in trend, higher highs, higher lows. Could come all the way down to backtest this breakout around 72 bucks. So keep that in mind. Natural gas is also in the buy zone right now. After bullish move, there's a gap here. It could come to fill that gap at 2.7. We'll see. Palladium is bouncing from the buy zone. Soybeans is, let's see, in the buy zone right now. Probably a good time to buy right now, soybeans. Sugar is also going towards buy zone, flagging above all moving averages, just consolidating. So let's see, it's just gathering strength here. Wheat is also going towards buy zone. Again, this is also doing same thing, just gathering strength above all moving averages, which is all good news for the bulls. Nothing to worry about. Corn is also just gathering for the next bounce. Dollar DXY after a massive pump, just consolidating, getting a 7 count sell signal here. Let's see if it's going to go down now or it's between resistance and support. So right now in the middle, it can flag and go higher. Dollar needs to break down for gold and Bitcoin to go higher. If dollars keeps going higher, that's not going to be good for other major players. Apple, after down 2.5%, up 0.78%, all these yellow lines are gaps to fill. Amazon was down new lows, and let's see, there's no divergence yet, so it's looking for these couple of gaps to fill. Google was down, big sell-off yesterday, 2.47%, finding support around this red line. All these green lines are the gaps to fill if they want to fill. Microsoft very, very bearish, but finding support on this blue line, which is 20 EMA, could go slightly lower to fill this gap around 405, and then I think that would be the bottom in my opinion, and then it can go higher. Um, is it on a trend line here? Let's see. Was there a trend line? Not a trend line yet. Okay, so yeah, there was a trend line here. All right, something like this, and it broke it yesterday massively. So let's see. Things are not looking good for Microsoft. Netflix, again, new highs flagging. Sky's the limit. Meta, same thing, just consolidating above everything. CrowdStrike, gap here around 270, and all these airlines are top gaps. ServiceNow also looking bullish. Tesla down 3.7% yesterday. There's a gap around 231, gap around 256 right now in the middle. Let's see where it goes to fill which gap first. And Adobe was down interestingly, 4% yesterday, and no divergence yet, but getting a 8 counts buy signal could be a nice buy here in my opinion. Let's see. Um, okay, guys, I think that's it for today. Let's go to VIX. VIX should crush 8 count sell signal, getting a 8 count sell signal that should bring it to 1450. Now, if VIX starts to crush, that means bottom is in and this declining phase has ended. But if it keeps going higher, VIX will go higher. That means still we have a couple of days into this declining phase. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hit the like button and I will talk to you later. Bye.